Ladies and gentlemen, hi. Can everybody hear me at the back? Miss Tommy? No, she can't hear me. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Timothy Walker, and I am fortunate enough to be the publicist for this amazing performer. And you're going to, I know some of my friends haven't seen her perform tonight, and for those that have, you know that it's going to be exceptional. So we're very, very excited about this. I met her through another one of our authors, Dina Bell-LaRoche. She's over there, waving. And we met at Dina's book launch, so this is sort of like a full circle moment for me. And Leslie and I were talking at that event, and as a journalist for 25 years, it's like everybody thinks they have a book in them, and hers is just really, really good. So I am delighted, because then she told me that she actually is a songwriter, she's a singer, and then I went to go see her perform, and I saw the number of instruments that she played, and I was just blown away. I think I played a recorder in kindergarten. So you're in for a treat tonight, and it's completely unique and magical because, of course, some of you might be in this room who she has helped coach in an executive level, and to combine that with this incredible musical talent, what you're going to see tonight is completely unique and comes out of her creative soul. And when I saw her at Irene's, I knew on that night that she was going to be incredibly successful because of her talent, but also because of her incredible smarts. So I would not be helping the rest of the members of my company if I didn't please beg you to follow us on all of the relevant platforms. We're not currently doing Twitter right now because we don't like the owner of it very much, but but you can find us on all of the other ones, and I have my phone here, so I'm going to be posting some videos, and you will see your smiling faces in there. And I feel, honestly, how incredibly fortunate I am because I have a new friend, and I am a huge fan. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know Leslie. And
Thank you so much, Timothy. Wow, thank you. Thank you all so much for coming. Oh my God, this is just such an amazing moment. It's amazing because, like, some of you only know me as an executive coach or a corporate coach, and some of you only know me as a musician. And so it's just amazing to see these two passions that I have come together in the faces of who's here tonight. It's just like whoosh, mind-blowing. So thank you all very much for taking time to be here with me and with us. You know, when people find out that I'm an executive coach, I get these really curious questions. Ooh, what do people talk to you about? They want to know, right? Some of you have asked me that tonight. And so I've had thousands of conversations, coaching conversations with people, with executives, with leaders, emerging leaders, independent contributors, employees, musicians, and other creative people. And so as you can imagine, with all of those conversations, themes emerge, right? There's some common themes that we all kind of wrestle with as humans. And those curious questions that I get from people are partly what really inspired this book. The other part of what inspired this book are the people from the coaching and mentoring community that I started about 4 years ago, and it's still going, and I'm just so proud of you guys for keeping it alive after I left EDC. So really grateful. Yay! I published the paperback version, which is right there, of Coaching Life in March. And that was about the same time that I was leaving EDC to open my consulting business, executive coaching and leadership development business. And I wrote for 3 years. I started writing this just before the pandemic in 2020, and I wrote all the way through till March, and it was right down to the wire. But I got it published just before I left, which was awesome. And you know, you don't realize what's inside of you until you have to name it. And then you have to communicate it out in a way. And so it was a really transformational kind of synthesis that happened. And so anybody that's written a book, I know Dina's here, and Mike is here too. Mike's written a book. And you don't really realize what's in you until you have to name it, and then you have to communicate it. It creates that great synthesis and growth. I've always been on a personal mission to alleviate suffering and to illuminate new possibility. And I think that's my intention for Coaching Life, is to, to help people create their successful careers and build really successful relationships with other people and with themselves. And so I want to share the wisdom that's in there, and the support and guidance and coaching ideas and practices that I've gathered up over the years. Each one of the chapters could be its own little book. Each one of them represents one of those topics, one of the themes that have popped up, and it's rich content. It's written in a really sort of conversational style, because I'm not a fancy schmancy person. It's just, real language. And you'll find EQ models in there. You'll find some neuroscience tidbits that I think they're interesting, and models, and there's real coaching stories about real clients. Some of them are in this room tonight. And so you'll see tips and life hacks and things like that. And it helps readers grow 3 things: their self-awareness, to achieve goals, and to make better connections, better relationships. But Coaching Life is the first of its kind because it's a blend of these most common coaching topics with the songs from my 7 albums that were inspired by real people, by real coaching clients, real practices that I turned into a song, and some of the themes that are there. So music is an integral part of Coaching Life. Each chapter begins with the words to an original song that was written about that particular chapter. In the print book, you can see them on the title page for each chapter. The lyrics are printed out there. But in the audiobook, we've actually embedded the actual song right into the audiobook. So you'll hear me say, Chapter 1, Inner Critic, and then you'll hear Hello, Old Friend start playing. And then I recorded the rest of the book at Scott's studio, Sound Creation Studio, woo, where I've also recorded all 7 of my albums. And there's another one that we're going to release probably in January, I think. Where am I? I think there's a symbiotic relationship between coaching and music. I certainly feel it because music channels through me. I often say that these songs don't come from me, they come through me. I think they live up there in the ether somewhere, and if I can tap into them and be open enough to receive them, then they come through. And sometimes they come through like a gangbusters. If you're interested, so there are a number of practices that I offer, or services that I offer. One of them I've just recently developed, which is a combination of coaching and music. And that's if you have a topic that you're kind of wrestling with, and you need to be able to name maybe what's been unnameable inside you. I am taking people and helping them write songs through coaching. So we're doing a bit of a deep dive into that topic, and we're coming up with the lyrics to songs. And for the really brave ones, we bring them into the studio. And I give them some vocal coaching, and Scott and I work with them, and we create a radio-ready, beautiful song based on that person's coaching experience. There are 2 people here tonight, Dina Bell-LaRoche. Where are you, Dina? There's Dina right there. If you're interested in this kind of a thing, talk to Dina about her experience of writing her beautiful song, which was a tribute to her sister Tracy. And Rochelle Carriere, also right here at the front. You can talk to Rochelle as well. about her experience writing her beautiful song about her mom. In 2011, I became a certified coach and a musician, and a songwriter. And there was no accident about that. They happened at the same time. And the coaching experience cracked me wide open. And those of you who are coaches here, I know that you've experienced the very same thing, where the process of becoming a coach does crack you wide open. And inside I found a treasure that I had no idea was there. And that treasure was trusting my instincts, trusting intuition. And being a songwriter, that's how it happens. But it also works great for coaching too, because a lot of the inspiration that I'm getting when I'm coaching somebody, I have to trust those whispers, right? I have to trust what is coming to me and offer it out. Let me explain this process. I have a great example. In 2013, my dad was in the Pembroke Hospital, and he was dying, and we were all surrounded him. I was holding his toes when he went. And a couple hours after that, I had to hop in my car and drive back to Ottawa to pick up, things as you do and come back. And as I was driving, I think it was around Cobden somewhere, and this song started downloading itself into my brain. It was like a fire hose, and I had to pull off Highway 17 around Cobden. And I had to catch that thing by the tail. It came so fast, and it was almost gone. And I wrote the song sitting on the side of the Highway 17. I wrote it backwards from the last word to the first word. And I've heard other creative people talk about this process before, where something comes into them and they're trying so hard to catch it because it comes so fast. So I did write that song backwards. It's called Water Turns to Mist. And it's a wonderful example of how I think when you're open to something, it can come through you. And so I think we're going to play that song in the second set tonight for you. So stick around for set 2 so you can hear that one. We're going to weave some of this music, some of the audiobook elements into this live performance that we're going to do now. And I'm going to share a real coaching practice with you tonight that you can take away and do yourself. Shall we play some music? Would that be good? So, Chris and Scott, come on up. While they're getting set up, I'll introduce you. Scott Walsh, guitar wizard, musical partner, best friend, audio engineer, musical magician. And the owner of Sound Creation Studio, where I've recorded all of my albums. And I also recorded the audiobook. Was it weird? I talk about you a lot in the book. Was it weird for you to be on the other side of that recording booth?
I really enjoyed listening to it. Yeah. And it was fun when I found out what part was me. I was Steve in the book. It's like, oh, that's Steve.
So I used fake names in the book, but now you've just outed yourself, so that's on you. And this is my very good friend, Chris Houle, who is an amazing drummer, who's playing all my percussion toys tonight. Usually he has this massive kit around him. I know. So Chris is a super innovative drummer, incredible musicianship. You know more about music than almost anybody I know, with the exception of Rochelle, of course. Rochelle knows everything about music. But you always bring such creative and innovative ideas to the music. So I'm just very blessed to have you guys both here doing this for me.
We're blessed as well.
Thank you. There are leaflets around the room in case you're one of those folks that likes to follow along. If you can read the teeny weeny type on the inside, it's really small, my apologies. But I wanted to get all the lyrics in there for you in case you wanted to follow along. And there's a practice printed on the back, which I'll get to in a few minutes. There's also information about how to buy the audiobook on Audible, and there are CDs as well, if you still do CDs. Does anybody do that anymore? I don't know. Okay, good. Very good. So those questions about what the most common coaching topics are, you can just refer to the table of contents. Because that's what they are. Each chapter is one of the most common topics. part 1 is all about self-awareness. So you've got the chapters include the inner critic, imposter syndrome, self-compassion, self-assessment, fear, and stress and self-care. I feel like writing music for me is a form of journaling that really helps me to name and to process emotions, which helps me to build my self-compassion muscles. And I often ask clients to write about how they're feeling in a really self-compassionate exercise. You might have a different way that works for you, painting, running, being in nature, meditation, yoga. But for me, it's songwriting. And so our first song tonight is called Dear Me. And this is from my 5th album, Anthemonium. And it introduces chapter 3 on self-compassion. Think of it as a love letter that I wrote to myself in the form of a song. And it's an example of a song that was born from a coaching practice that I offer to clients. And you can check out the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, to see the Song Stories video that goes into more depth about how it was created and explains it in more detail. And you can find that practice printed on the back of the pamphlets. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. Wish I could travel back in time. I'd have so much to tell you, like you're gonna be fine. Cradle you and whisper in your tiny ear, you are loved, yes, you are loved, my dear, dear me. I would have warned you about them. Girls can be cruel, even when we call them friends. Don't lose yourself just to fit their mold. You're gonna miss that girl when you are old. Dear me, I hope somehow you can hear me. No one loves you more than dear me. You're just where you should be. Godspeed, my dear, dear me. Dear me, I see you striving to find a self-made mountain. Relax, you're doing fine. Bigger, higher, faster. They pay your rent, but learn to love yourself when the money's all spent. Dear me, the years haven't all been kind, but when you look back, I know you will find you cared enough to build a better world and a lifetime of love for this little girl. Dear me, I hope somehow you can hear me. No one loves you more than dear me. You're just where you should be. Godspeed, my dear, dear me. Dear me, on your final day, don't think about the twilight. Hope you're not afraid. One life is over as you face the dusk. Oh, ashes to ashes, darling, dust to dust. Dear me, I hope somehow you can hear me. No one loves you more than dear me. You're just where you should be. Godspeed, my dear, dear me. Godspeed, my dear, dear me. Godspeed, my dear. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so hard to play piano when your hands are shaking. Let that song percolate for a few days in you. And see if you can imagine writing a love letter to yourself at the different stages of your life. You'll find the steps on the back of that pamphlet if you're interested. This next song is from my 4th album, which is called Through the Dark Night, which was my tribute to mental health. And there was a lot of songs on that that helped me navigate my own little bout of depression a few years back. And it's a practice that can help if you feel like you're carrying the really heavy weight of the world on your back. And this introduces chapter 6 on stress and self-care. And it can really help you to unpack and rebalance your load as you, and as you listen to this, I want you to see if there's a line or a word or something that resonates for you. And there might be some gold there for you. I'm going to send this one out to Marty, who requested it. That's Marty, my friend right there. Okay. Thank you so much. You can play with that bag of stones concept whenever you feel overwhelmed, and it can help you identify what is most important to you. You're going to pack that back in that first bag. What do you no longer find useful, but maybe you can leave it on the path for somebody else coming up behind you? And then what is just a shitty rock that you want to throw over a cliff? Get rid of those, okay? Part 2 of the book is about goal attainment, and this is such a hot topic right now for people. It's a hot topic for us executive coaches, and it's a hot topic for people that are trying to get ahead in their careers. And in the book, these are the chapters on engagement, accountability, career development, passion discovery, change and growth, and finding joy. This next song is the first track on my 5th album, Anthemonium. It's a made-up word. Don't try to look it up. They're anthems, and it's a bit of a pandemonium, so that's, I made that word up. And this introduces chapter 11 on change and growth, and this was inspired by a poem by a person named Danae Perry, and it's called Parable of the Trapeze. And it talks about the transition between our comfortable ways of going. You know, we're hanging onto a little trapeze bar, and it's got our name on it, and we're swinging along. And all of a sudden, we just know, we see in the distance, there's another trapeze bar, and it's got our name on it. And we know in that place of knowing that that's meant for us, and we need to go there. But guess what? There's only one way to get there, and that's to let go of the current bar and hurtle across that big, vast, empty space with all those jagged rocks below. Despite the fact that you've never crashed before, you know, it's scary to have to let go in order to grab the new one. And so it talks about that transition between comfortable and then reaching out for the unfamiliar, and how the space in between is actually where real growth happens. That's where real living is. I want to send this one out to a good friend. I don't know if her news is public yet, so I'm not going to name her. But she is grabbing that brand new bar with all she's worth, and I'm just so proud of her for doing that. It's called Trapeze, this one. Welcome to the wonderful trapeze of life. We're all swinging blindly, holding on so tight. Suddenly you know it in the depths of your core. This bar isn't yours anymore. From the mist you watch a new trapeze appear. Terrifying thrill that you haven't felt in years. Your soul's already etched your name into Thank you so much. Woo! This next song introduces chapter 12, Finding Joy. And I'm going to ask my assistant Marty in a second to, let me just explain. You know, joy and happiness are not the same thing. Joy is an emotion that's just spontaneously overtakes us in the moment. You have to be fully present for joy. And that moment where we realize, oh my God, I'm experiencing joy, I want to hold on to that, it evaporates, right? Joy and happiness. Happiness is more a measure of, do I have what I need in order to be content? But joy is an emotion that I'm hoping we can experience now in this moment. There are several practice ideas in the book for creating more joyful moments and for building some joy rituals. This next song is called Joy, in fact. It will be on my 8th album, Crucible, early next year, but you can see the video for the single on my YouTube channel. I need audience participation for this one. Yes, so Marty's gonna be handing out some little toys. Let's make some joy happen together, okay? So grab a noisemaker from this box, from my lovely assistants, and join in. And if you have ever wanted to say that you performed on the iconic Rainbow stage, get your ass up here, because you get to say that. It's a bucket list moment. So grab a noisemaker. Who wants to get up on stage with us? Anyone? Well, come. Oh, no, you're busy handing out stuff. Hang on. All right. Are you ready? So Chris is going to give us a beat. I want you to listen to him.
Right here.
Okay?
Come on in here. Yeah, come on in.
Come on. Okay. Anyone else? Come on. Bring your noisemakers up. Come on. Come on, Tara. Karen, what about you? Oh, Diane, come on. Get a noisemaker. Don't make me come over there. These are boom whackers, by the way. Photo op, people, photo op. Okay, men, what the hell? It's all about the ladies up here. Where are the men? Colin, can you represent your gender, please? Yay, Mike! Woo!
Oh, yeah. I'll do it.
Do you want to play boom whackers?
As long as it doesn't need to be
All right, are we ready? We're looking for joy moments, people. So if you don't have a noisemaker, I need you to clap, okay? Are we ready? All right. Joy was a noise, how would it sound? Turn it up so loud I'd never come down. Roll right through me like a freight train. Drive that tone right into my brain. Joy was a flavor I'd wanna savor. I'd explore it with my tongue. It would be so fun, swirl it all around, swallow it down. Wanna share that fun with everyone.
Take a few joy.
You got to be in the moment. Gotta give me some joy. When you get it, you'll know it.
Gotta show me some joy.
Want you all to show it, show it, show it, show it, show it.
Show me your joy.
Shout it
joy.
You got to be in the moment.
Gotta give me some joy.
When you get it, you know it.
Come on, show me your joy.
Oh, show it, show it, show it, show it, show it.
Give me some joy.
Shout it out, don't be afraid to own it. That's right, let's all enjoy. Percussion solo. Door was a noise, how would it sound? Turn it up so loud, I never come down. Roar right through me like a freight train. Grab that tone right into the brain. Feel joy, you got to be in the moment.
Gotta give me some joy.
When you get it, you know it.
Show me where to find joy.
Want you all to show it, show it, show it, show it, show
Come on, show
it.
me your joy.
Shout it out, don't be afraid to own it. That's right, let's all enjoy. Enjoy. Ha!
That's awesome, guys. That was great.
Oh my God, that was so fun. Did y'all have a moment of joy in there? Did you? Yay!
Yeah. For sure. Let me get that out of the way for you. That was fun.
Oh, I was so hoping that worked out. Thank you all so much for participating. That was
Nice
fun.
job.
Ah,
Hey, nicely done, man.
yeah. No crowd surfing there, Mike. All right, part 3 of this book is about human connection, which helps us build better connections with each other. And the topics there are relational awareness, building relationships, leadership. And by the way, there are some leaders here tonight that I have had the honor of coaching who are just extraordinary leaders. And I'm just so grateful that they came, but I'm grateful that they are leading in the beautiful way that they're leading. So Jeff right there is one of the best leaders I've ever seen in action. He's just terrific. Yes. Building teams, conflict, trust, authenticity, and gratitude. Those are the other chapters in section 3. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, I'm multitasking here. Sometimes clients come to us coaches because they feel broken and they're looking for something to fix them. And my favorite poet in the whole world, his name is John Rodell. And I know, Dina, you know John Rodell, his work. But he wrote a poem series called Dear God, Dear John. And they're letters to God that he writes. And he wrote this one letter begging God to fix him. And God said, no, you're not broken. And that was all it took in that moment to send that song through this conduit into me. And in fact, Scott and I recorded the song, we finished it, and the whole time I was in the studio, I was saying to Scott, I really want to send this to him and see if he acknowledges it, and just as a thank you for all of the inspiration that he's given me. And I did. And I sent it to him privately, not looking for any, stuff, but just saying, thank you, John. And I got the most beautiful and heartfelt response from him. So it just was one of those, is this really my real life happening? It was one of those moments. So here's the song called Not Broken. This is on my 7th album, Fathom, which is the one that came out this year.
cracks in your shell. Loosen your grip, let it fall away. Without a new story yet to tell, lay back in sweet disarray. Now pieces of who you used to be lay scattered in shards at your feet. And with every piece that falls out of place, old ways become obsolete. Let yourself fall apart, it's long overdue. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. Because you are not broken, you're changing motion. Your truth must be spoken, because you are not broken. Some of your shards, they cut like a razor. Let them lay where they fall, incomplete. Can't bargain with fate, a call to your maker. Becoming is so bittersweet. Chasing perfection, run as fast as you can, but it can't be caught, it's not in the plan. Celebrate what makes you unique, be your own biggest fan. Let yourself fall apart, it's long overdue. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. Because you are not broken, your change in motion. Your truth must be spoken, because you are not broken. Beloved, darling, just come as you are. Beloved, you have come so far. Beloved, you are not broken, you're changing motion. Your truth must be spoken, because you are not broken. No, you are not broken, you're changing motion. Your truth must be spoken, because you are not broken. Thank you. I'm going to take a short little break right now, just about 15 minutes, 15 or 20. I'm going to sign some books right over there if you want your book signed. We're going to come back with a second set, and I'm going to play that song for you that downloaded itself backwards into my brain the day my dad died. So please stick around for that, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes.
How'd that feel? That was great, eh? Nice. Nice job, buddy. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to set 2. Thank you for sticking with me.
Thank you for staying. I want to tell you that this event tonight is just exceeding all of my expectations. It just so grateful for you all being here and supporting this crazy journey that I've been on. This next song is not included in the paperback, but it's a special Easter egg for my audiobook customers. And it's a surprise last song of the book. We included, we just finished it a couple weeks ago in the studio and then uploaded it right away. And that was a bit of a, getting that fucking audiobook done. But we just finished this one, and so it will be, there's a video out, by the way, on YouTube for the single, but it will be included on my next album, Crucible, which is coming out early next year. And this song was inspired by the passing of two very, very special people. One of them is the founder of Integral Coaching Canada. Her name is Laura Devine. She's the co-founder of ICC. And the other is my brother, Mark Youngs, who passed away recently. Chris, you want to give us a beat? Audience, this kind of song, we need a gentle foot stomp. That's all we need. Just gentle foot. I like it. I have lived 1,000,000 years and I'll live 1,000,000 more. Listen for my whispers in the waves that crash the shore. In the most exquisite night sky that has ever been before, I am one with the aurora that shines evermore. When the books have all been written and all the songs are sung, when all the lessons have been learned and all the races run, when we take our final bow and we close our repertoire, as the construct falls away, what's left is who we are. Hey! I have no more need to bear this precious human shroud, when my story has been written in the wisps of passing clouds. Fleeting nanoseconds become eternity. Look for me in the shards of light, luminous and free. Sing! I have lived 1,000,000 years and I'll live 1,000,000 more. Listen for my whispers in the waves that crash the shore. In the most exquisite night sky that has ever been before, I am one with the aurora that shines evermore. I have lived 1,000,000 years and I'll live 1,000,000 more. Listen for my whispers in the waves that crash the shore. In the most exquisite night sky that has ever been before, I am one with the aurora that shines evermore. I am one with the aurora that shines evermore. I am one with the aurora that shines evermore. Thank you. Woo! That's a brand new song. I wasn't sure about that one. That's great. I'm glad it worked, you people. This next song, this one is from chapter 14, which is about building relationships. And it's called The Price We Pay. And by the way, if you need a great relationships coach, right there, Miss Diana Hines, wave lovely in the pink sweater. Positive intelligence. She's a wonderful person and a terrific coach. This song is called The Price We Pay, and it speaks to the complexity of the relationships that we have with ourselves and with other people, and how the price that we pay for loving another person is that vulnerable, tender, open heart that we need. So this song is called The Price We Pay. Faith is lost. Be proud of your tender heart, leading you to know at the end of the day, true love grows. Walk with me, my friends, among wild hearts. Help me take a stand when I fall apart. Remind me I belong to the sacred plan. The price we pay is an open heart. The life we made when the world falls apart. The words we say can take your breath away. So the chance we take to know love's sweet grace is the price we pay. Tender touch, my soul takes flight, wanting so much to be with you tonight. Oh, gently take my body, soft and warm, with love, adoring eyes. I am transformed. The price we pay is an open heart. The life we made when the world falls apart. The words we say can take your breath away. So the chance we take to know love's sweet grace, the price we pay for an open heart. The life we made when the world falls apart. The words we say can take your breath away. So the chance we take to know love's sweet grace is the price we pay. Thank you. Do you remember that song, the story I told you about my dad passing away? This is the time. We're going to play this song. This is the song that downloaded itself as I was driving on the Queensway, or on the Highway 17. It's called Water Turns to Mist, and it's about water molecules, actually, and about how when you die, I think it's kind of similar to a water molecule that changes form. It's still a water molecule, it just changes its form, and I think that was the inspiration for the song. I say inspiration, but it just decided what it wanted to be and downloaded itself into me. So This is called Water Turns to Mist. I'll send this to my dad. Your earthly shroud. Can you cartwheel across the sky? Does it thrill you to be unbound? Are you still around me when I lie awake at night? From you that you're alright. I know you're alright. Your spirit from your body's gone, but you just change your form, yeah. You carry on. I know that you still exist, like water turns to mist. Oh, like water turns to mist. And time. Loving arms embrace you with joyous cheers when you arrived, yeah. I bet they did now. Have you seen the face of God? Did he greet you on cloud nine? Does she look the way you thought? I bet the view is divine. Your spirit from your body's gone, but you just change your form, yeah. You carry on. I know that you still exist, like water turns to mist. Oh, like water turns to mist. Your spirit from your body's gone, yeah. But you just change your form, yeah. You carry on. I know that you still exist, like water turns to mist. Oh, like water turns to mist. Ooh, like water turns to mist. Turns to mist. Ooh, like water turns to mist. Wasn't that an awesome solo, Scott Walsh? Yeah. Beautiful. You know, so often when people experience the transformational coaching process, they often ask about how they could themselves become a coach, and so that they can help other people gain the insight and that transformational sort of awareness that they experienced. So I include information about that in the book, and this is the fourth part, which is chapter 21, Coaching as a Calling, and chapter 22, Coaching Types. There are lots of coaches here tonight. So grateful for you guys being here. So I'll send this one out to all of you. Coaching requires a really special way of listening to our clients. And this song is called Listen, and it's on my 7th album called Fathom, which was released this year.
listen for the silence, for the low call of the whole. Listen to the whisper calling to your soul, frozen in time, infinite still, the spark so long forgotten. You will discover what you have lost. Come and dig deep to the bottom. Oh, listen for the silence, for the low call of the whole. Listen to the whisper calling to your soul. Oh, listen for the silence, for the low call of the whole. Listen to the whisper calling to your soul. Listen. Whew. Thank you. I just want to take this moment to say thank you so much for coming tonight. That was our last song. Bye, gentlemen. I want to say a huge thank you to my family, to my husband Imre. Some of you just know him as the Big Handsome. He's way back there. Thank you so much. And to my daughter Olivia and her husband Tay. Tay's been manning the books over there. And my son Griffin and his partner Morgan, who just left. And to Chris and Scott, good God, men. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this. This has just been such an amazing, amazing journey, so thank you. I want to also give a huge shout out to Kimothy Walker, and she's my publicist. I get to say that. And her staff, the Tiger Lily team, just a phenomenal group of people. Also, huge thank you to the Rainbow, Stacy and staff. You guys are awesome. Tip your wait staff really well, please. They're doing a hell of a job. To my EDC friends and coaching and mentoring community folks that are here, huge thank you to you for the inspiration for some of this book. Yeah, that's how important this group of people is to me. Best place to find us is on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. Like Timothy said, we don't do that other one. But they're great places to find me and my team, and of course my website, leslierohonczy.com. And you can purchase Coaching Life in paperback, or actually at the Mill Street Books in Almont. It's in an actual bookstore, which is just like, that was a moment. Yeah, and the audiobook is available. It became available tonight on Audible and iTunes and Amazon, so you can find it there. And like I said, the songs are embedded into the audiobook, so you'll be able to hear them there. I'll be signing books and CDs and hugging people, and I'm so grateful for you being here, so thank you. I love you all. Thank you. Good night.